Hey y'all, Deathnell here with Laughing King Games. I recently competed this weekend at the Fort Worth Regional for One Piece, and I played Emu, of course, so I'm showing a little bit of my alt arts here, and then, just the broken empty throne. I was not able to get top 32 or top 16. I lost 3 games, won 6, played a ton of aces, so I a little disappointed, but definitely could see the gaps in my play. And yeah, I just wanted to open up these packs, talk a little bit about my experience, and hope that is kind of enjoyable. So I cleared a little space here. So yeah, generally you get some regional packs as well as an event pack. These have been in circulation all year, so I think the general price on them has gone down, but that's all right. What you get for getting top 128 is you get another event pack, I believe, as well as the BOA sleeves. I think it just comes with 10 of them, so it kind of encourages you to try to play more and do better, because you need like 50 sleeves if you want to do well. And then it also comes with a Dawn. Dawn is super sick. Let's see if I can adjust my light a little bit here so it's not just glaring at you. So yeah, so it's a Golden Dawn. There've been various different types of Dawn throughout the play of this. I think one of the ones that I like the most is the Nika Dawn. I think I actually have one of those in my box, so you can kind of see it. And so I like to have one of each type that you can. This one here is actually from the is one of like the first Golden Dawns that came out. This I think was one of the first like participation packs for store events. They have a winter version of this, but like the Black Dawn I always really liked. And then here is a super pre-release Dawn, which is really cool. These come in all the super pre-release boxes, and when we played ours, the super pre-release, you had to use your you had to use one of the decks that you were able to buy. So I used the kid deck, so I have a few of those. And then this one I really liked. They were giving these out for a while. I think I was able to get about 5 of them, but now that they're like in the 50s plus, it's a little rough getting these. I believe this one just came from like a double pack, and I just really liked it because I was playing Luffy a lot at the time. And then yeah, I've just been kind of changing them out every now and then just to keep some of these. So here's like a nice little Boa Dawn, and then these here are some of my favorite, but we'll go to this one first. This also came from a double pack. I believe this one was either the Sanji or the Zoro double pack, and so I do like the I will surpass yous, which are super fun. And then yeah, so these are some of the Dawn I got from playing in the other regionals, like the very first ones. So this is a Zoro Dawn, and then we have a Frankie Dawn, and I think I also have a Jimbei Dawn as well as a Nami Dawn, which these have gone up in price a lot because people originally thought these would be what was going to be in the PRBs, but in actuality they ended up not. And then yeah, so of course, like my Luffy cards, so I was able to procure one of these Gear 5 Dawn. Wasn't really able to open a lot of PRB to myself, but when I saw these, I was like, ooh, I definitely need to get one of those. So seeing that we have this Golden Dawn, I will probably start wrapping this one in there, just because I really like to have different types of Dawn. It's fun for me. It's just a little thing that I like. I see most people like to have like uniform ones, but I don't know. I just kind of enjoy them a little different. So that was the Dawn pack. So actually that means that we actually get, whoa, I was not expecting that. So cool. So that means we also then get 3 more event packs. That is pretty sick. So that'll give us up to a total of 4. And then we will have 2 online regional packs. And then finally, the Boa Dawn. I mean, everybody loves Boa, and from what it looks like in the next set, she is going to be a very popular leader to be picking up. As we get into nationals, I think OP14 will be allowed for that, which means more than likely Boa will see some play in the LCQ at the very least. It seems like the deck, the blue-yellow Boa, is doing really good against Ace and Roger. So I've been also thinking about picking it up, trying it out. Emu's super fun, so I don't know which one I'll end up playing, but I do think it's definitely viable. So there's probably gonna be some people looking for some extras of those. All right, so let's get to the part we all want, pack opening. And of course, you gotta have your handy dandy sleeves. So let me pull these over here, get sleeves where available. You gotta careful with the camera, we'd be shaking that nonstop. All right, so we'll start with regional packs. I actually don't know which ones are good value and which aren't. This is actually the one thing I'm not really following yet, just because I had an open indie, so I had no reason to like really look into them or care. This was, I think I've been so busy this year with my job and then also trying to start up the channel and my store that, and then we started doing vending, me and my wife. So it's been kind of tough. So I haven't really been able to go to much regionals. This was like my first one in a while, and a little sad that I hit, I wasn't able to get into the, the top 16, but, I think we're still going to go to Vegas anyways. We're going to do the LCQ and see how that goes. But all right, let's get into it. Probably should have got my thing. Card looks cool so far. Try not to destroy it as I open this. So, quick reveal. Ooh. Oh, man. Trafalgar Law. Oh, wow. Very, very cool. As you see here, this is an OP07. This, I believe, is a 2K that was super played back in the Seven Warlords days with Dolphy. It's so sad that like we couldn't get that when that was, but that probably would have made this like crazy expensive then. So very, very cool. Don't know if it'll play into the Boa stuff, but like forcing a card out of hand is pretty good, especially in Emu, because it doesn't get trashed. So it is kind of a negative for Emu there. So because it goes back into the bottom of the deck, meaning that he's not even going to get the benefit of it. All right, let's see if we can. All right, sorry for that. I am back. I saw that wire in the corner. It'll be there for a while. Ah, and it's Chunky Chopper. I think it's like the Kung Fu version of Chopper. Not really sure if this is used in anything, but people really do love Chopper. So we'll see how that is worth at the end. Or maybe I'll just like edit this after I look up the value of them and just like toss them in there. That'll probably be what I end up doing. Cool. So now we have 4 of the One Piece event packs. There's only 4 types in this one as well. So let's see. Oh, see, now that's what I was trying to do before. Just a nice, clean open. Oh, sweet. So this is the Kobe. For a hot minute, everyone thought this was going to be fantastic. They thought Kobe was going to be super broken just because when he attacks, he just makes the Kobe a 7K, which is super strong. You can't ramp until we make, I think the only way this is going to happen is us doing a purple red navy character. I think that's really the only way. Oh man, had to jump away again for a second there. Yeah, so I think until we get a red purple leader, it's not gonna help out. So navy needs navy/sword. Actually, it says you have to be navy type, so we'll need a purple red Navy leader. They're supposed to be doing a War of the Greatest set, so maybe we will get one of those. But until that, something can ramp to get to that mode a little quicker, or maybe even, yeah, that would be pretty much it, just because how are you going to get that bonus to get you into that 7, because you can pretty much by turn 3 be able to get this out, then be making your character a 7k base power, which is different than plus. So that there's other benefits that happen there. Oh, nice little Shirahoshi. Reading this real quick. So we have what? Place up to 1 Neptunian or Fishman type character card with a cost of 5 or less from your hand. Okay, so you get to play 1 out for free. For 4, it's a 0 cost, but she has always been weak Hoshi. Activate main, you may rest this character. Up to 1 Neptunian types can attack the turn. Oh, cool. So you can play her, rest her, and make them have a pseudo rush or rush character, which we've seen in some of their newer prints of some newer cards. They actually have rush on them, colon character. So that is pretty cool. Oh no. I was talking so much trash about this Colby card that I didn't put it in the sleeve. I guess I didn't think I care about it that much. Cool. But with the new Jinbei, this might be something really to be playing. Alright, well, let me just see if we just get 1 of each. That would be kind of sick. So far, it looks like that might be the case. Alright, that'll be fun if I just get 1 of each card at this point. Ah, Charlotte Smoothie. There was a lot of hope for this card to do pretty well in like puddings, katakuris. I don't think it's doing what people want it to do. There's just so many abilities to trash cards these days, and that's kind of what people are running like with the Stussy, so you don't even get the on KO effect. And really a 7/7 just feels like bad value. You can get it out with the pudding, the 7-drop pudding. But like compared to the Katakuri, which restands and then ramps, I just don't know if this is ever going to feel that much value unless we can get to a world where you're like able to -1 here and then like fill your whole board with like another card that's like a 4 cost maybe. It is sick. Smoothie was one of my favorite of the Big Mom children. Just super cool. Wish the power would have been used a little bit more. And final one. Oh, looks like another Shira. I don't know what the last one was, but yeah, we'll see. Alright, cool. Well, it is another Shirahoshi, so at least it puts us 2 away from a playset. Jinbei seems like it would be a super fun deck. Cool, so I'll put these out here so you can take a look at them. Yeah, the tournament itself was pretty fun. I got to learn a lot. I played, of the 9 games, I believe I played 5 aces, and then I played 2 Rogers, 1 Zoro, and then 1 pudding, surprisingly, was my last match. There's been a lot of increase of puddings playing just because they've been winning some like treasure cups, and then topping. I think a pudding has been very close or has topped almost every like regional. So a lot of people have been looking at that, playing around with it. It is a super fun deck. I have a friend that plays that pretty well. So yeah, it seems like a fun deck to play. Not super my style, but really fun. Ace is super strong, very annoying to run into because it really just feels like as Emu you're having to make a lot of decisions. And then Ace, on the other hand, while they do have decisions to make at the end of the game, i.e. when everybody's hitting at 10 Dawn and Emo's doing its 10 Dawn plays, there's more decisions to be made by the Ace at that point. But up until that point, you're basically just, hey, if I have 4 Dawn and I have a character that cost 4 Dawn, I play character with 4 Dawn. There are some obviously incremental decisions, which is I need to ensure that I have my 8 Dawn events by the time I hit 8 Dawn, so you're probably going to be playing some like draw 2s here, draw theirs, but almost all of their cards draw. So that's like the effort and like, you know, that's the level at which they're doing that. It's like if I have a hand that has searchers and has no 10 beards, has no 8C, then I search for that. But like I said, I think the value of Ace, Emu seemed to win at the highest level because it has a high top end. And clearly the people who are really going to put like a ton of effort into the game are going to play Emu and just completely have a huge advantage, because the better you are at making decisions, the better you are at knowing what's in your deck as you put it in there. And also like the old Pokemon style, knowing what's in your, as in the Pokemon players, they do a quick search, then they know what's in their prize. Over time, the Emu should know, and this is the one thing that I didn't do enough practice with, like being able to know what is in your life. So you know whether you should be searching for another event to block out Whitebeard attacks and the Roger, or whether you should be going, oh, cool, I can actually not do a search here. I can be a little bit more greedy on my attack because I know I'm going to pull like 2 Never Existeds, or I'm going to pull 2 2Ks when I get hit twice, and that's going to put me over the top on them. So I can go take a little bit more life now, because if they don't hit it and they hold up a blocker, I will have a easier time going for game. But Ace really doesn't have to think about that. They don't super have to think about what's in their life. I've had a few Aces I played against where they did have the unfortunate event of when they did their first search, it put 2 Rogers immediately on the bottom. So their whole goal there was like, I need more searchers so I can get back those Rogers at some point. And they weren't able to. So that is like, they still were able to get like 3 Whitebeards out. It's just, if you don't ever get the Roger, it is really difficult to go for game against an Emu once I'm, you know, able to do my loop and get all that done. But yeah, at the end of the day, it was super fun. Learned a lot. Really learned the Ace matchup by the end of it. And yeah, had a super good time. Thank you all for joining and listening. And you have a good day.